Hi, Bob Broderick with UBuildIt. I'm here with Kevin and Andrea Miller at their open house, and we're very excited to have y'all here. I will try not to dominate the moment. You were kind enough to do a seminar for us a little earlier. We've got a number of photos we'll be showing throughout of this beautiful home that we built, but let me shut up for just a moment and well, you know what? People hate being put on the spot. Let me try to ask questions. How long did it take y'all to build your home?
Oh, it took us, we're right at probably about 10 months. Okay. A little less than that.
The planning phase took you how long?
A little over a month. Yeah.
Right. And y'all had, how much of your plans were done when you began?
None. This was a totally custom home.
You gotta love it. And by the way, I don't know if the photo will show, but that daggum little kid room under the stairs is the coolest. Who thought of that?
This little kid.
Yeah. Never really grow up.
Genius.
We wanted lots of nooks and crannies.
Yes.
I hope you understand what I mean. The photo is probably just going to look weird, but there's the coolest room to climb into. Those are well done.
Yes.
Now, I heard you saying, this is totally off track, so if anybody wanted organized, you're not going to get it. You have some of the neatest design elements.
Thank you.
If I'm lucky and we actually cut this on a video, I want somebody right now to be showing a photo of the spice cabinet in the kitchen.
Yes.
But you said something that is rather common today, but I thought very cool. Where did you get that idea?
I got it off Pinterest.
Yeah.
And
you said you got a lot of ideas.
I did. Pinterest and house built this house because I clipped and saved and found all my favorite things and like I was telling someone, only because we did UBuildIt were we able to implement all those little extras. We wouldn't have been able to do that otherwise.
Thank you. Okay. I love it when people say those things for me. Money has been advertising. I am just going to let her do from now on. But that is so cool. I love that stuff. People haven't asked me. We're not a tradition. Or we're not, they don't do something different. Do your thing. Make it cool. Make it your own. Okay, cost to build.
Cost to build, we were with land, we were at 110.
The land was about $20 a foot?
Yeah, I think it was right about that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you had it appraised?
We have not had it appraised, but if we go by sales comps in the neighborhood, we probably got like $200,000 in equity in this house.
I'll take 200 grand.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard to put a sign in the front yard.
It's a nice place. Yeah, it is kind of hard. You know what? God bless you. I hope you sell it.
No, we want to move in it.
Your kids will hate you.
Yeah, we'll have people hating us.
You'll be my favorite person.
Do it again.
Now, I know one very cool thing. It was one of y'all's dad did the incredible wood floors in this house.
My dad.
Is that yours?
Contractor, yes.
Man.
Yeah, I am lucky in that way.
And he's the one that came up with the cool design for the dining room?
He implemented my thoughts, I guess I should say. Yeah, I brought him my crazy ideas and he made it happen. He's so good at doing that. We're really lucky and fortunate to be able to have cool extras like that too.
Now, I am blessed that we live in a world where this is no longer, well, now but what percentage, you handled the majority of the job? Because it's not a husband or a wife thing anymore.
We do like to be partners and things like this, and we're very complimentary. So he does the early stages and I do the end. That's how we always do it. So.
Like I said, I help build it, and she makes it look pretty. So yeah, which is the main thing.
My marriage, I love the bulk work. I would rather cut my fingernails. Detail work drives me crazy. My wife's the opposite. Give her the details and it'll be gorgeous. Let me do the bulk stuff that she despises and it blends beautiful. I love being able to tie in gifts and do. How much work did it take? How many hours a day on the average?
Golly. I think we were probably more hands-on. Like it was fun to come out here and be in it. I mean, we came out here probably every day. There were probably was not a day that would not go by that we didn't look forward to coming out here and seeing what they'd done. And
I think the mornings and phone calls. Like it's definitely a round of phone calls every morning.
Yes.
But you can spend a certain amount of time or a lot of time. It just kind of depends on how much you want to get into the middle of it all.
Yeah.
And who was your consultant?
Kent Carter.
And what do you think of the system and the weekly reviews and all and everything with Kent?
It was great. Kent was, very knowledgeable. He helped us out so much. It was always great to depend on. We'd get spots and that we used him a lot because it was we always had to ask a lot of questions on and always come up with stuff, and he was always there, resourceful.
He was our expert
and
for
yes,
sure.
Definitely
He's
expert.
done this a lot more times than we have, so he saved us a couple times.
Yes.
Good. Okay, what do I want to ask this? What was the worst part?
Just waiting to be in our house. Yes. It didn't matter how fast construction was going, it wasn't fast enough. I mean, and all we could think was, it looks awesome now, wait until we get this. It looks awesome, even wait till we get this. And so now we're just waiting for sod, and we're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
It looks so good, but wait until we get sod.
Yeah, we will give you all a photo of it with the sod when we're done. What was the best part?
Oh, man.
And you can't say the house. Of course that is. You got to do something else.
Well, I just think that we were able to get the house of our dreams, but with the budget of our reality, like we really were just able to do all the extras and do all the fun things and make it ours, and it has our fingerprints all over it.
Yes, definitely.
Tell me about working with the subcontractors.
I mean, they were great. I've met some really nice guys. I mean, some guys I've been sitting here chatting with. I'll sit here and hang out the rest of the day with. It's fun. I mean, there's some great professional guys that help out. They help. I mean, they put in their knowledge too. They bring a lot to the table as well as the consultants do, and you guys do. They were great. I mean, it was fun to work with them.
Our carpentry changed a lot from what we thought we were doing until we did the walkthrough. And we got a lot more really cool ideas.
I tell people all the time, because people are all scared of the subs and they've heard these horror stories, and I try to tell them the difference you gotta have to understand is these are craftsmen, these are artists, these are skilled guys. When you are such a person, you know what you hate? A jerk micromanaging telling you exactly what to do. You know what you love? Somebody that loves what you do, that's excited about what you're creating for them, that wants to discuss and share ideas. All of a sudden you light up. Every one of us knows that. In your own job, when you get that, it's like, holy cow, work is great, I'd never leave. When you get that boss that's an idiot, like me, no, I'm kidding, then it's hard and it's oppressive, and it makes it fun.
Yeah.
Working with the subs, these guys are fun.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, I'm picking it out. Now look, if you're the kind of person that thinks wandering online and looking at design ideas, hey man, get a friend or a spouse. But if you love that stuff, because what you said earlier, you're gonna be here every day, because what's cooler than this? It's the greatest thing. I tell everybody every day I got the greatest job in the world. We friggin' build 20 some odd homes a month, everyone custom. What is better than that? Creating, you don't create a lot in America anymore, man. We have fun. Okay, I got off track on tangent, I'm so sorry. What would y'all say? Any advice you would want to give to people considering UBuildIt?
I would just say that, that you make all your decisions as early in the process as possible, so that you're not under pressure to make those when it's time. You have them made and you can just enjoy the process a little bit.
Yes. Yeah, the planning process is the biggest part of it. It's got to be, I think if you plan it out well, stick to it, that's what makes it fun, because like seeing it all come together, what you planned out, it's a great process. It's fun.
Okay, so what would you have done differently if you could jump back and do it again? Anything?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I mean, we might have, like I said, made some decisions differently, planned a little bit more at the beginning, but we're happy with everything.
Yeah, I mean, you're happy with all of it.
As detailed as we are, and we're freaks on that, there's some things you got to get to.
Yeah, you just have to kind of wait for it to come up in the process.
It's like I tell people, we're going to plan electric, we're going to set in, we're going to go through it, but at the end of the day, don't try to over control it. You don't know where you want your switches. I mean, you can't. No. Even if you do a 3D drawing, you can't until you're there. And that's why we set up to flow that stage, that walkthrough with the subs, it's so important doing it with your consultant and all. Okay, individual, just for fun, what's your favorite part of the house?
Golly, this kitchen.
That's what I was going to say. You can steal mine. Okay, you can have the kitchen. I got a craft room out of the deal, so I'm really excited about it. And it's like the plainest room in the house, but it's mine. So.
What do the kids think? What's their favorite?
Oh my gosh, the hidey holes.
Yes.
we have lots of cubbies and underneath the stair rooms and secret places to go, and they love it.
Bunk
The
bed.
hidden room
They
off the
have those in
bathroom.
bunk beds.
bed.
Yes.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's
Very
actually
cool.
his favorite part too. He just didn't want to say it.
Okay, and I'm trying to think if there was something. You know what? Oh, all right. You have to do the obligatory "I love you, build it." I'm going to step out. You have to do it, and then you're done. Anything else you want to add while we've got you?
I don't think so. Okay, so what we say? We love you, build it. Let's say.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We love you, build it. We love you, build it.
Hey guys, we've been speaking with the Millers and we're here at their beautiful home in the open house. You've seen some of the photos as you went through, but a couple of the subcontractors that worked on the house were kind enough to be here. And we have Polar Bear Jacks, which does, tell a little bit about yourself and your company and what you do.
Well, we specialize in new construction homes and change outs. We do manual J's and load calculations, so it does take in the R value from the walls to the U factor from the windows, and we love working with UBuildIt customers because they can exactly get what they want. So.
And that was beautiful. Now, for those of you that had no idea what he was speaking of with the technical stuff, that's okay. I usually don't either. But the point of what we have, you do sit down with the clients if they desire and discuss with them what the positives are, how this is going to flow, what matters, and depending on their goals, correct?
Yep, and we do have a successful process that we do. We walk through with the customer right before we start designing everything, just to kind of let them know where cabinetry is going to be at, so we can really eliminate some of those things in the future if that's something they do want to do, like crown molding or stuff like that. But we do have a real good process. We'll come back out, walk through with the customer, make sure that they're happy with everything, and then see if there's anything else that they want in the home.
It serves well later. You know how to engineer a heat and air system to match the load needed relative to the size and the materials used, correct?
Yeah, and that's where the U factors and the manual J comes into factor. With houses getting tighter these days, you want to make sure that you're getting the most energy efficient system for the home. So you can't just go off of a square footage number anymore. The windows play a factor, the orientation of the house plays a factor. So we want to make sure that we get the right size equipment in here that's going to take care of the heating and air and make it comfortable.
And last question, because everybody wants to know, they understand you got the quality, they understand that you enjoy working with them in the service. What about your pricing? Do you charge more because of UBuildIt?
Nope.
So it's actually the same or
Better?
there you go. Hey, I was going to have to do this and get him to say something. As we get where we go. Guys, they do phenomenal work. We're very excited about our subs. We appreciate them for the work they do and the quality of project. Just for a moment on this, tell me a little bit about what you have in this particular home.
We got 2 units, one for the downstairs, one for the upstairs, and we actually calculated everything out to those windows that are covered. That's a big factor as well. We got some nice technology for the thermostat, and just some upgrades later on available for them as well.
So just 2 units to pull this 4,200 square foot home. What are projected, if you know, energy cost?
Probably $100 a month.
And guys, that's taking into account the lights and everything. That is a total load. So this is just a little side note when you're looking at, oh, can I afford a little extra? Remember, it's not just the mortgage. When you start talking about we were paying $350 a month for our heating and cooling in the old house, and it's going to be under $100 in the new house, that's something more for you to take into account as well. Thank you so very much.
Thanks, Bob.
All right. Hi guys, Bob Broderick with UBuildIt. I'm standing here with Jason Pitts with Agile Foam. Jason has handled the insulation. They do a lot of our clients choose to go with spray foam. It is not necessary, but it has a value. I'll shut up. Jason, tell us a little bit about what spray foam is, what is good, what is bad, what you like, a little on what you do.
Okay, spray foam insulation is
insulation that you spray on as a liquid, and when you spray it on as a liquid, it creates foam. Expands 140 times its volume from when it's sprayed. It's a very energy efficient insulation, and the reason it is because it stops air infiltration, and that's the main energy loss in the houses is through air infiltration. It's windy in Oklahoma, so you know that a lot of air could come through if you don't have spray foam insulation. It is a superior product, and it keeps your attic the same temperature, about 10 to 12 degrees from your house. The HVAC, it takes 40 to 50% less heat and air to actually heat and cool the house, which saves a lot of money on energy bills. And it controls sound really well, so foam houses sound different when you walk in, you close the door. It just feels safe and tight, and let's see what else we got.
All right, is spray foam the most expensive or the cheapest?
Well, it's definitely, there's two different types of spray foam. So open cell is going to be the more cost effective of the foams. There's a closed cell, which is expensive. But when you offset the cost of your HVAC, it usually ends up being about a 30% more upgrade, which in the end you will, recoup in a couple years on your house.
For those that care, and I didn't want to overlead him, I wanted him to give that on his own, but I had a purpose for it. We'll walk you through and explain. It's part of the UBuildIt process and going through all the planning we do in detail. Spray foam will be a little more money up front, but it pays for itself in that almost all of the cost is covered by the lower cost of your heat and air system. And what isn't, we figure it's about a 2-year payback on the savings on your electric bill. And after that, you're actually making money off of it just on lower energy costs.
We've never had one person complain about putting spray foam in their house after we've done it, so that's for sure.
All right, well, there you go. Guys, appreciate it very much. Thank you for being here, sir.
Appreciate it.
You bet.